queen flip of a coin, and it is home side, Dubai Gymkhana. Choice. Heads is the call.
Tail it is.
Tail it is. Waqas, what would you like to do and why?
We'd like to bat first. We have seen a couple of previous games, wickets were responding very well. So we thought to put on some runs on the board, and hopefully we have a balanced squad. We'll be able to put up a good score.
What do you predict out from the surface?
It was playing nicely. The ball was coming to the bat nicely with the even bounce. So we are expecting to have some exciting game, and probably wishing Usman the best of luck for the game too.
And it is your first game to kick on. Is there the boys are ready for it? It's time to gel in together. First game of the season probably.
That's right. Boys are pretty excited. They are eager to start the season. This is the first game of the season. So as I said, that we are playing with a very balanced squad. We have some hitters, proper batsmen. So let's see. Boys are excited, and I'm hopeful that we'll put up a good show.
Do well, captain. Wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Usman, what were you looking for?
Well, we would like to bat as well. Seems like a decent wicket. Last game we went for chasing, didn't turn out well for us. But the conditions don't really change. It's just the mindset we need to apply ourselves a little more, and chasing should be fine as well.
Usman, I didn't get a chance to ask you what went wrong in the last game. You had game completely in control, and then the massive collapse happens.
Well, I think it's just lack of application from our middle order. That's what happened. They could not really understand the game situation and what needed to be done at that time. When 2-3 wickets fell, we should have just taken the game deep, but unfortunately we did not do that, and we're hopeful that we'll be able to correct it today.
We enjoyed your bowling those googlies every time. That seems to be your stock delivery.
Yes, that is. It's actually a little deceptive that it seems that the ball's going to go away. So let's see today. I think the wicket's going to be a little better than it was last time. It seems a little more lively as well. Little green grass. Last game it was completely brown.
Now tell me, what do you think is a good total to defend? Chase.
I think we should be targeting somewhere around 140, 150. That's what we should be trying to settle them down. Anything beyond 180, it becomes a little difficult. But today, one side of the ground is very small. If you see that side, the boundary is very small. So we'll have to take that into consideration as well.
Well, you made any changes?
Yes, we've got one change. Zed is out for today, and Musa is coming in. It's a left-hand bat.
Do well, skipper. Well, the news coming from the centre, it is the new team, the playing first game, Dubai Gymkhana won the toss and they will be batting first.
Thank you very much, Abid. So news from the centre is that Dubai Gymkhana have won the toss and elected to bat first. Let's run through the two team lineups for you. We have Tashfeen Yassin, Waqas Ahmed Khan the captain, Muhammad Abid Nini, Varun Arora, Muhammad Hassan, Muhammad Tanveer, Muhammad Adnan Kaisar, Bilal Azmat, Jeevan Gangadharan, he's got plenty of pace about him, watch out for him. Shajat Talat, Muhammad Shahir is the wicketkeeper, and Sayyid Ashir completes their 11 in the side.
And for the Valley Boys, Mudassar Wani, Mohsen Mattu, Bilal Ahmed, Mahfouz Ilahi, Usman Trambu, Saqib Amin, Khalid Ibrahim, Danish Hafiz the wicketkeeper, Majid Mansoor, Shabir Bhatt, and Musa Benazir, the new addition to the side, the change from the last game.
Well, Dubai Gymkhana making their debut, and they're confident enough to have a bat first. It's a greenish wicket, plenty of seam movement. The fast man will get some assistance, but they have taken the very bold step indeed here, Abdurrahman. What do you think about the decision?
Well, we've seen mostly the teams that are making their debut want to field first, get an idea of how the wicket is going to play, especially when you're bowling. But sometimes that idea backfires because if the opposition get like 190, 200 on the board, no matter how strong your batting lineup is, it just becomes tougher to chase. So put up a big score and defend it. We've seen that happen 3 times now. Maybe that's the formula for this SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022 powered by FanCode.
And of course, you can watch all the action on the ICC Academy Facebook page, on FanCode and CricTracker on YouTube. So get in on the action. 10 of the best teams in the UAE, 2 groups of 5, and only the top 2 of Group A and Group B advance to the semis and then the grand final. Should be a thrilling contest tonight as well. Right then, the two umpires striding out to the middle. It's Syed Zagham Abbas on your left and Asif Iqbal, familiar face, on the right. And the Dubai Gymkhana batters are just about ready to go. I can see them out of the corner of my eye. What do you think is a good target they would be willing to defend here, Abdul Rahman?
Well, again, I think yesterday 175 was not enough. So 175, 180 would probably be a good total. Very strong batting line at this. Watch out for Syed Ashir, another experienced batsman. He's been playing cricket with Manal Siddiqui, and we saw what Manal did yesterday. The same age group.
Played a fabulous hand yesterday, 70 of 40 for Mid-East Metals. And like you mentioned, Yasir Kaleem, absolutely inspirational. 87 not out in a big run chase. They had lost 3 wickets in the power play, but that man is just in the form of his life. Outstanding wicketkeeper batter here in the UAE, and he's been smashing the door down for national selection.
Well, quite a few smashing the door down, but Yasir Kaleem definitely on top. Fayaz Ahmed, the left-hander as well in the IJM side. And out come the two openers. Syed Ashir, no mistaking him, the taller of the two batsmen, number 82.
Yeah, definitely a big and tall versus short and muscular combination. And the Valley boys, they did bowl well with the new ball in their opening fixture, but just let it get away from them. And then the batting collapse, that was the major issue. Let's see if they rectify that in this game.
Well, 49 for 3 in 10 overs, the Dubai Daredevils. And they ended up at almost 180.
Yeah, Abhay Jotan played a fabulous innings, 89 not out. So we've seen if your top order gets set, there's plenty of runs to be had, especially straight down the ground. The straight boundaries are slightly shorter, and the square, especially the mid-wicket boundary from the academy end, it's a pretty lengthy hit. And even then, Yasir Kaleem hit one onto the ICC academy roof.
Yeah, I think they're still searching for that ball. Don't think they're going to find it. There you can see Syed Ashir, tall, big unit.
Here we go then, first ball of match number 8. And immediately the batter has pulled out. A lot of movement behind the side screens these days. We do have a certain India and Pakistan doing their practice sessions here in Oval number 1. There are noisy neighbors. So some people are just slightly interested in seeing them train. Khalid Ibrahim, he bowled beautifully in the first game.
Yep, ball's a heavy ball. Quick as well.
An excellent economy rate as well. Nicely bowled and nicely played. Solidly behind it. Trying to hit the seam and get that extra bounce. He is a big unit like you mentioned. Must be about 6'3", 6'4". Just getting a loosener out of the way.
And again, just talking about Syed Ashir. Well, he will remind you of Mohammad Wasim when he gets going. Batting for a very long time here in the UAE domestic circuit.
Well, what a champion he is. Oh, look at that. Excellent delivery. Just about shouldering arms to it. He was interested for a while. I like the line already. Right on that 4th stump channel. So there will be some butterflies in the stomach for the Dubai Gymkhana boys. Looking pretty sharp in dark blue. And Valley boys, they will be desperate for 2 points and a victory. Trying to crack that away over point. Just perhaps a bit too quick for him.
And quite a bit of bounce on offer as well for Khalid. If you're beating Syed Ashir on the cut, that ball is normally going to be on shoulder height for the other batsman on strike.
Yeah, we have seen this trend recently in international cricket as well. The batters are getting taller, stronger, overpowering the fast man. Beautiful delivery. Look at that movement off the deck. That's a Jaffa.
Well, Ahmed, you bring up a very good point about butterflies. I had a chat with a couple of guys who've just debuted in broadcast cricket, And they were saying a bit nervous, family and friends watching all around the world. And you do feel that pressure. They've been playing cricket in the ICC Academy ovals for a very long time. These boys from Valley Boys and the Dubai Gymkhana guys.
Yeah, it's just a different electricity in the air, isn't it? Once again looking for that cut shot, but he's just nicked off. And Khalid Ibrahim strikes once again for the Valley Boys.
Well, a very similar delivery to the last one. This time, Ashir gets a faint edge. And that's a big wicket. First breakthrough for the Valley Boys. Dubai Gymkhana, nightmare start for him. 0 for 1.
Well, a familiar face in the Gymkhana side, Mohammad Hassan. Wonderful batting all-rounder. And I think he will really enjoy this pitch for his bowling. But he's a very fine batter as well.
Yep, very talented lad. And good to see a new club taking him on board. Giving him that number 3 slot. Takes some time to settle in, but when he gets going, he's very dangerous.
Yeah, he's just the man you want on a tough deck. Has a big heart. Solid temperament, brilliant fielder as well. And I think if he gets set, certainly he'll get a chock full of runs in the ICC Academy Summer Cup. But Khalid Ibrahim is bowling an excellent channel right now. Steaming in once again. Oh, look at that. Excellent outswinger. Beautiful shape, and it's a wicket maiden to start match number 8. Outstanding. So it's the skipper of Valley Boys coming into the attack. Quickish leggy, Usman Trumbu. Taken on the full, good looking, elegant drive. Muhammad Shahir, well, he's the fellow opener and he needs to get some runs here. They need to capitalize on the first 6 overs.
Well, the stock delivery is the one that comes in. Usman pulls a googly by default.
Good looking punch down the ground. There is a long on in place. And now the Gymkhana officially underway. Mohammad Hassan, he plays that pickup sweep very, very efficiently. Will he take a chance here against Usman Trumbu? No particular change in the field. There is a deep cow corner. Lofted straight and beats the mid-off. That is the first boundary for Dubai Gymkhana.
Oh, poor fielding. You don't want to be doing that when the captain is bowling. Through his hands. And it races away on this beautiful outfield.
Oh, it's absolutely immaculate. It's like a billiard table out there. You can express yourself. It's very soft. You can throw yourselves about. Take a chance. Enjoy your fielding. Now they've pushed the mid-off back as well. So 2 straight fielders and the cow corner has come in. And he goes over extra. That is a 6.
What a shot. The class of Mohammad Hassan on display. Just 2 deliveries and he's shown what he's capable of. Inside out, over cover for a maximum.
Well, that was a slot ball and he accepted gleefully. Wonderful way to get off the mark. Clean as. And then the cut, but straight to that fielder at cover. There is a pretty well-manned offside ring there. So going over the top is what Usman Trambu wants him to do. And that's what he's done. Sliced. One bounce over the rope. That was easy pickings.
Well, this time width on offer and he's gone over the infield. Last one hit the fielder. This one right in the gap over the fielders. An expensive over comes through and 15 off it. 15 for 1 at the end of 2.
So now Dubai Gymkhana have kicked into gear, counter-attacking the spin. But Khalid Ibrahim will be well aware. A wicket maiden. That's a special effort in a T20 game. Slip in place. And well played by Mohammad Shahir. But he's consistently hitting that hard length area.
Yeah, just short of good length. Batsman in two mind. Do they go on the back foot? Do they go for the pull shot? Go across the line? Or play the merit of the ball? Try to go straight? Not easy.
Well, there is a very fine deep third in place. Nobody at deep square, so perhaps that chance is worth taking. Challenge them with the horizontal bat shots. Nicely bowled, attempting a quick single. But the Valley boys, well, they look switched on tonight.
Well, Ahmed Khwaja, very rare side this. I think there is only one fielder outside the circle. I'm trying to find the second one. Can't see it.
Yeah, that square leg is right next to the leg umpire. You're spot on. Very aggressive field. Love to see it. The name of the game is to take wickets. And I back this idea from Usman Trambu. He's backing his fast man. Look at that bounce. He was very late on that one indeed. He's been absolutely unplayable tonight, Khalid Ibrahim. 9 deliveries, yet to concede a run. And he's already got a huge wicket to his name.
Well, if the plan is to keep bowling outside off, I would like to see maybe a deep point. It is an attacking field. Might get a catch there as well. What you don't want to do is concede a boundary just because you wanted to have only one fielder outside the circle.
This time leading edge. Well, I would go one step further here, Abdurrahman. I would have a catching extra cover and a short leg. Let's get in there. Let's make them smell the leather.
Well, clearly you're still watching the South Africa-England test match going on.
Well, what a knock that was from Ben Stokes. Absolutely incredible. What a champion player he is. And Khalid Ibrahim, he feels like he's bowling on a grassy Headingley pitch as well. Fantastic spell. 1 for none in 10 deliveries. That one is the wicket, not a run. This is a unique spell. Tucked away onto the leg side. No single there either. Well, I've seen a lot of games. I've seen a lot of feats in the UAE domestic scene. I have never seen back-to-back maidens from a fast bowler.
Well, 11 dot balls in the power play. With that new hard white ball, Khalid Ibrahim pulling a special spell right here.
Well, he could drop it on a sixpence right now. Absolutely incredible accuracy, bounce and movement. There it is. 2 maidens in a row from Khalid Ibrahim. Absolutely brilliant. 15 for 1 after 3. Well, the new bowler coming into the attack. Usman Trambu smartly pulling himself early. Getting another seamer in. Shabir Bhatt. What can you tell us about him, Abdurrahman?
A decent medium pacer. Got 2 wickets in the last game, but it's a bit expensive.
Let's see how he goes tonight. Oh, nicely bowled. Pitched up. A wonderful fielding at square leg. That's more like it from the men in red. The commitment on show. You love to see it.
Well, tailing in. And that's good field placing as well. They have protection in the deep on the leg side. Deep mid-wicket and long on.
It's a good delivery to bowl to Mohammad Hassan. He's a tall lad, likes to hang back. Plays off the back foot primarily. Meanwhile, a very fascinating match going on. Sliced. Oh, dropped at backward point. It was a difficult catch, but he got a mitt on it. And could that be the chance that Mohammad Shahir needed? Let's take a look at that once again. It wasn't timed perfectly. And it was a toughie, Abdurrahman.
Well, it was Saqib Ali. And I think the only reason why he did get a hand to it is because he's a very tall guy.
Well, he's still thinking about it. He'll be playing on his mind. If Mohammad Shahir plays a deep knock here. Once again, beautiful in swing, but lovely clip through mid-wicket. And that will hit the fence. Glorious timing.
A top shot from Mohammad Shahir. Not easy to play in that zone. Not only good timing, but lovely placement as well between the two fielders in the deep.
Yeah, just lifting his back foot to create that angle. Letting that bat twist in his hand. Nicely played. Looks to be a good leg side player. That's more like it. Very good delivery from Shabir. He's pitching the ball slightly more up than Khalid Ibrahim. Slingy action. That double windmill. Real throwback from the 90s.
The only challenge is that he lacks that height. The short delivery sits up nicely sometimes. Has to be very careful with his length, Shabir Bhatt.
Excellent point. Oh, lofted towards mid-on, but he's way back on the edge of the boundary. That could have been a chance. A life for Mohammad Shahir, I reckon.
Well, again, a defensive field, as you said, Ahmed. Mid-on in this circle, and that would have been an easy catch. They've gone for the two deep fielders, long on and mid-wicket. Usually see that for spinners, not for fast bowlers in the circle.
Outswinger this time. Excellent bowling. Pretty decent stuff from Shabir Bhatt as well. 23 for 1 after 4. Well, Khalid Ibrahim is looking for something special. Lofted. And it's another dot ball. Direct hit, and they've conceded a run. Well, they've broken the string of dot deliveries from Khalid Ibrahim. How desperately unlucky.
Well, there was no reason for that throw because Hassan was in and he was waiting. That would have been another dot ball. 13 dot balls in a row, but Usman Tirambu has given away a single.
Well, it's still a very unique record. Back-to-back maidens from a fast bowler in the UAE. That is going to get a lot of chatter in the local domestic scene. Who is this lad, Khalid Ibrahim? Let's check him out. And you can on CricTracker, on fan code, and the ICC Academy Facebook page. Beautiful delivery once again. Mohammad Hassan took a chance. and didn't connect.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind that single being conceded. Because if Khalid Ibrahim can get Hassan's wicket right here, that would be an interesting moment in the game. I don't think Mohammad Shahir would have enjoyed facing another over from Khalid.
Wonderful exhibition of seam bowling here from Khalid Ibrahim. He's been absolutely robotic with his accuracy and length. Very hard to play. It's gone straight up. This should be a catch. And yes, it will be. The man of the moment, Khalid Ibrahim.
Well, all is forgiven. That single has worked in the favour of Valley Boys. A big wicket this. Muhammad Hassan was looking very good for his 15. And Khalid Ibrahim is bowling the spell of the tournament. 24 for 2.
Waqas Ahmed Khan coming in at number 4 under significant pressure. They've lost 2 wickets in the power play. Khalid Ibrahim has been absolutely untouchable tonight. Outstanding exhibition of fast bowling. Down the leg side. And even his relatively bad delivery goes unpunished.
Well, almost. You could say, could have gotten a glove on it. It's that kind of day for Khalid.
Well, that's why I'm saying I want to see a short leg. That man in the eye line of the right-hand batters will cause a lot of frustration and confusion. They'll be looking for that short ball around the throat. Usman Trambu, I think he needs to make a attacking field change here. Once again, that could have easily been gloved. Back-to-back wides though. There is certainly a clear plan here. They want to get Waheed Ahmed to fend the ball away.
Well, I do know that they've been playing a lot of cricket together. Waqas Ahmed Khan, beg your pardon, and Khalid Ibrahim. Both these teams play a lot of cricket in Dubai on the ICC Academy pitches and the sevens as well.
You can certainly see that in Khalid's bowling. He knows how to use this pitch to his advantage. And he's been absolutely immaculate with his length. He's not letting them move around at all.
Well, Ahmed, it is what we would usually call a test match length. Nothing full, nothing in the driving zone, just on and around off stump, back of the length. You have to be innovative, try the ramp, something to get some runs against this guy.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can do. Move around in your crease, make him adjust his length. Pulled away, but straight to square leg in the circle. They've kept a ring of fielders around the two batters, making them uncomfortable. And nothing, like you said, has been pitched up. Nothing to drive. Sit at home. 26 for 2. Mohammad Shahid, 9 of 13. He's been tied down beautifully. Third over on the trot for Khalid. Will he get a fourth? Why not? Fished at that one. Absolute Jaffa. Beautiful bowling. He looks a bit tired now, but what a spell he's bowled at the ICC Academy Summer Cup. That's a peach. Look at that bounce. 26 for 2 at the end of 5 overs.
By Gymkhana, 26 for the loss of 2 wickets in 5 overs. Shabir Bhatt continues his spell. And joining me in the comm box to talk about that first ball boundary will be Abid Ibrahim. Abid, welcome.
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. Not an ideal shot to play, but just that went with the flow. Those in-swingers are troubling the batting team at the moment. They're not in an ideal position at the moment, Abdurrahman. They lost 2 wickets. Courtesy great bowling from Khalid Ibrahim.
Well, it's 2 different matches going on, Abid. From one end, Khalid Ibrahim is playing a test match. On the other side, there's a T10 going on.
Oh, this one travelled, finds the gap, smashed it. You're offering a width, and you're not quick enough to beat him.
Well, that's the problem right there. As I said, Khalid has conceded 3 runs in his 3 overs. 2 of them were wides. 1 was off a misfield. And on the other end, 31 runs have been conceded in 2.2 overs.
Well, it should be the other way around, that if Khalid Ibrahim is containing, the other one should pick up the wickets. It's not happening either. It's just leaking runs. Shabir Bhatt now started with 2 boundaries. You need to correct his line, maybe pull the length slightly back, what Khalid Ibrahim is doing.
This is the last over of the power play. We might see Usman coming in with more protection in the deep. They do have Mudassir Wani as well, medium pacer. Down the leg side, given as a wide. So after back-to-back boundaries, he's conceded an extra under pressure, Shabir Bhatt.
Well, at this time, you really need a captain to be around you, onto your ears, tell you what you're doing and what you should change. I think Shabir Bhatt is bowling unplanned at the moment. You see a ball going outside off with a width. Either he's just trying to bowl the indicas. Oh, this is good now. If you really want to bowl in swingers, you need to be slightly outside off, not too much.
Well, the fielder trying to do something funky. From no look, shy at the stumps. Completely missed the target. And they take a single.
I'm a big fan of Khalid Ibrahim's bowling the way he's bowling at the moment. Oh, this has been lofted. And this has been disappearing. Oh, where did it go?
What a hit. What a statement hit by the captain. Just threw his bat at it. And it's gone miles over cover. Runs are leaking from the pavilion end. The ICC Academy end. 42 on the board now. And 39 of those have come from this end.
And between the previous game as well, we saw from Valley Boys, Captain Usman Thrumbu comes in to bowl that second over. And he just applies himself for 1 over and he takes himself out. that turned out to be costly today. He's given 15 runs. That broke the chain, and that was something which gave one end firing runs. I'm just wondering whether Khalid Ibrahim should continue his spell or he should take a rest.
Well, the challenge here is if he bowls out, who do they bowl in the death overs? A 19-20 run over in the last 5 could have devastating repercussions for the Valley Boys. In the meantime, the runs continue. Waqas is enjoying batting on the other end. A nothing delivery on the leg stump, and he's guided it down to fine leg for 4.
Well, this is now good scenes for Valley Boys. It's a lot of boundaries and sixes from one end and no supply of the runs from the other. I doubt they'll just play out Khalid Ibrahim. They wouldn't be going against him, and that will make his chances of picking up more wickets will be a doubtful.
Or better delivery. That's short of length. That's the one they want. And with that, the power play comes to an end. A good one in the end for Gymkhana. 46 for 2 in the end of 6.
Let's have a look at the highlights of first over. That was the first wicket strike. And Usman coming in, giving away 15 runs, lots of boundaries, great inside-out shots with Wasinova. And those runs were kept on coming, but until this moment, Hassan, they just miscued it in the air, an easy catch. And then there have been no supply of a wicket this over from Shabir, but has gone for plenty of runs. That was some serious hit, and then followed few boundaries to conclude the power play. It's 46 for 2.
Well, the new bowler, Bilal Ahmed, 37 runs conceded in his 3. Can he make a difference from that school or far end? That is the question now.
Well, the problem is not only 3 overs given for the 37. The problem is they haven't picked up any wicket. So there'll be a shaky in the confident department. Bilal Ahmed seemed to be a very good bowler, but that was just pure smart batting.
Well, it was smart batting, but I have to question the field placing and the captaincy here. Nobody had short fine leg, nobody had deep fine leg. The ball was just guided, and even if the fielder was in the circle, he would have saved that from going for 4. I think the captain has forgotten that Khalid Ibrahim is not bowling.
Well, you have to have a plan before you come into the attack. 50 with that boundary. Another one? No. This time he's struggled. He is struggling. I think he's a goner. What a way to get a wicket, a run out.
Well, Mohammad Shahir was attempting impossible singles from ball 1, having no idea where the ball is, and Bilal has done really well. Quick pick up and throw. That's one way to get a wicket. The 3rd wicket falls with 50 on the board.
New batsman walking in is Shajat Talat. So captain is still there, watching his team. Poor running. That was a poor running. An excellent effort from Bilal.
Bilal Ahmed conceded a boundary and then picks up a run out.
Well, I need to ask you this, Abdul Rahman. He was not bowling too good. He was bowling onto the pads until he picks up the wicket through the run out. But now he's looking sharp, bowling well, outside off.
Well, this is a game of confidence. Abid, a spark in the field, a mistake from the batsman, something to get the bowler in the right frame of mind. Just like that, 2 unplayable deliveries outside off stump. When he started off, he was bowling juicy half volleys on the pad. Now all of a sudden, he's a transform bowler.
Yeah, it's a momentum scheme. You need to pick up that as quick as you can. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with the run. The problem is those 3 wickets down for DGA.
A short delivery. Then he plays it down to long on. The other question is, this is a new team. How deep do they bat? And Valley Boys will remember what happened to them against the Daredevils. They thought they were on top. 49 for 3, I beg your pardon, the White Daredevils at the end of 10 overs. And then all of a sudden, all hell cut loose. Abdulaziz Ansari and Binoy hit 6s and 4s for fun.
Now he's slightly getting onto that pad position, but I think that's a good delivery to bowl. So the end of the over number 7, 51 for 3. Well, a new bowler, Mohsin Matu. Not a new bowler in this season, but yeah, bowling his first over. Nicely loopy delivery to start with.
Well, Abid Ibrahim, the one change that you will see now is Mohsin Mattu has gotten rid of his headband. The pink headband he was wearing the other day. We called it a kitchen towel. And he was very upset. Caught me outside the ground just now. Very well bowled. Good bowling.
Excellent bowl. They're just troubling Waqas Khan there, the captain. Well, you can't be shouting for that. That was clearly pitched outside leg.
Well, usually in village cricket you would give that out because the umpire will in the end turn around and say that would have hit the stumps.
Oh, this time he cleaned up, knocked him out, advanced down the track, missed the line, and Mohsin Matu strikes.
Oh, poor shot selection from the captain. Playing across the line, completely missed it. The ball crashes into the stumps. Another wicket falls. The Gymkhana in a lot of trouble now, 52 for 4.
Taking guard is Jeevan Gangadharan. Well, I think he's a phenomenal batsman. A lot relies on him, his performance.
You're very talented, Jeevan. Good all-rounder. Good with the bat, good with the ball as well.
Solidly behind that. I think Mohsin gave him enough time to understand what he's up to, but Mohsin is bowling those arm deliveries really slow, which is disturbing the timing of the batter.
Or down the leg side. Mohsin Mattu has gotten away with it, but in the end, a successful over, just 2 runs off it and a wicket. 53 for 4 now, Dubai Gymkhana.
Bilal Ahmed to continue. He's been rewarded that run out. And since then he's been bowling good. Nicely punched it down the ground. Excellent shot from Gangadharan.
Well, you can see he's a technically correct batsman. Surprised he's come in at number 6. Would have probably used him at number 4 after Hassan got out.
Yeah, I think you could have prevented that collapse. A small changes can make a lot of difference in the game, we have seen over the years.
Well, again, this is a new team playing in a new tournament. A lot of the teams are getting their balance right. Their strategy is right as well. We saw IGM lose their first game, then bring in some reinforcements and win back-to-back games. I think the teams will learn and change as the tournament moves along.
Yeah, the more you play together, the more you learn. I agree there with you, Abdurrahman, pardon me. Down the leg side, it's a wide delivery. Error in the line. So my question is, Abdurrahman, you know your team well, you work out with them day and night, and still you don't pick up the batting lineup.
Well, it's not just about knowing your team, it's about knowing the opposition. I think that's the research you have to do. We were talking about coaches and coaching staff. I don't see a lot of domestic teams or local teams that have coaches or somebody to help analyze the game.
Well, I think that brings extra force and tension to the captain to correct the batting order, to see the bowlers, understand the condition. One-man show.
Well, absolutely. The captain, especially in the UAE domestic circuit, plays a big role. You need to know what your opposition is doing. You need to know how the wicket is going to behave. Everything falls on the shoulder of the captain. And I hope some teams will start following the blueprint of a certain Karwan strikers who have a full-time coach, have a bowling coach as well. Work hard with their team. Meanwhile, another good delivery from Bilal Ahmed. A swing and a miss from Shajat.
Yeah, he's tried to go hard at it. He's lucky he didn't get any wood on it. That would have been certainly a catch because he was late onto it. So you play with two minds, that's the problem. Either you go hard or just block. I think the problem here, both the batters, I think Gangadharan is fine, but Shajat is not being able to rotate the strike. You need to concentrate on singles at this juncture.
Well, he's pulled it. Mid-wicket was in the circle and has gone for 4. So even though Bilal Ahmed has bowled a steady over, he's conceded a boundary. And again, you have to question the field placing here.
Yeah, there was not enough pace this one. And it was easy to pick it down the square. A pull shot there from Shajat. Despite playing this pull shot, he was slightly late. So the moment you understand that you want to go big, you need to be ready for it.
Guides it to point. No run there. End of over number 9. Dubai Gymkhana 59 for 4.
The spinner to continue here. Mohsen Matu. And you also have in the team, definitely every team has one batter who's so strong against a spinner. That is where your tricky part starts.
Well, I think for Dubai Gymkhana, that batsman would have been Mohammad Hassan. He took a liking to Usman Drambu. And then got out against the fast bowler. Oh, it's a misfield. Mohsen Matu was unable to collect. And the non-striker was ready. They've pinched an overthrow.
Yeah, shot from the back foot. Excellent. In control. The backing was poor there. Wasn't ready really. Boston just keep on bowling onto the leg side of the batter. Oh, direct hit would have certainly be a problem. We have witnessed earlier, they lost one big wicket through a run out. I don't think they want to do that mistake again.
Well, Jeevan Gangadharan finally gets back on strike. Again, that arm ball. There's no way he's going to get an LBW decision in his favour, that's for sure. Because that ball is pitching on or outside leg stump.
Well, until arm batting. Yeah. I think that's the problem with every batsman, not only me. It's a very hard job to convince a batter that you've got trapped in front. That's another, no, I think batter have overrun.
Well, I'm yet to meet a batsman who's got an LBW and said he was out. Although I failed to understand how a batsman can figure out if that ball would have hit the stumps or not. That's the job of the umpire. Again, bowling on the pads. Fielder is there, but they have conceded a single. This is poor fielding in the inner circle. That should never have been a single.
He was exceptional when Bilal Ahmed, it was certainly the fielder, who earlier got a run out. This time not a convincing throw, underarm, and rolled the ball as well. Final delivery, picked up on the onside, that beats the fielder. And Khalid Ibrahim coming in from the deep to rescue, and it is halfway stage, 10 gone, 67 for 4. Well, captain comes into the attack. This is Usman Thrumbu. And the captain of commentary team comes in. Joins me is Ahmed Khwaja. Welcome, Khwaja.
Thank you very much, Abid. What a compliment from you. Meanwhile, Usman Thrumbu back into the attack after an expensive first over. They need a good spell from him right now.
And I tell you what, if Usman bowls the proper leg spin, unlike this delivery which comes darts in, he'll really surprise the batter.
Well, one thing you're immediately going to notice is he's bowling a lot slower. He's not firing the ball in. He's tempting the batters to play a big shot towards those big square boundaries.
Yeah, that would certainly trouble the batter who loves to play through the covers. So the moment you decide to go over the covers, the ball comes in sharply.
And he's quite tall for a leggy. He will get that extra response from the surface.
Oh, that's a top edge. Fielder trying and it dropped.
Well, it's Khalid Ibrahim. It was a running catch. Oh no, it's the culprit from the earlier drop catch, Saqib. This time at fine leg, and it just bounced off his palms. That's disappointing.
Well, you're already fielding at fine leg. Where else the captain can hide you? Ooh, what a delivery from the captain. Usman is bowling so good.
Fabulous googly. Look at that movement of the deck. He didn't pick it at all, and very lucky he didn't kiss his off stump.
Oh, what a flick. Beautiful shot straight to the fielder. Only a single will be taken because that was travelling so fast. So that concludes the over number 11, 71 for 4. Mudassir Wani, a lot slower this time. He's starting his spell. And got the 12th over. Bit late introduction of Mudassir.
And you can see why. Had a very poor game in the first game against Dubai Daredevils. Hopefully looking to make amends. The opposition under serious pressure tonight. So a chance for him to settle in. Oh, big hit over extra. That's a glorious shot from JT Gangadharan. Downtown.
You need to get him out. That was full and easy. The width wasn't over. With a beautiful shot. Over the covers, you don't see those kind of shots every day.
Well, he smashed it right into oval number 1. And it's going to take some fetching. Well, it's the 6th team of the Asia Cup who are practicing in oval number 1. Hong Kong from the Far East. What a performance they gave in the qualifiers, Abid.
Oh yeah. I think they're top order is undoubtedly the most best turned out to be in that Asia Cup qualifiers. Nizakat alongside Murtaza. They batted so well in that game against UAE. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, still fresh wounds that you're pouring salt all over them. Very, very disappointed not to see the home side not making it through. We didn't play our best cricket, and hopefully it's a lesson for the future, because Mission 2023, that's what it's all about.
And I think this is the right time where you can do the experiments before the World Cup kicks in. But I think you missed out the big opportunity to play Asia Cup in home conditions. That would have been a different experience. You could have got the upset there. Just now we saw as Afghanistan beating Sri Lanka with a huge margin.
Oh, they're looking like a brilliant side. Rahmanullah Gurbaz, Fazlul Haq Farooqi, Rashid Khan, Muhammad Nabi, Naveenul Haq, Hazrat Zazai, a lot of superstars in that side, and they're going to challenge the big fish. I think India and Pakistan will have to watch out for them. Meanwhile, Mudassir Wani, it's been a long time fetching the ball from oval number 1, but he finally got it back. And let's see if Jeevan Gangadharan will continue with his aggressive streak. 15 off 11, he has the quality and temperament to play a big innings here.
Undoubtedly. A lot relies on Gangadharan. And that's been a problem with Mudassir now. The reason you see his economy is high is because he bowls few down the leg side, it gives room outside off.
Yeah, at that speed, you cannot afford to give extras willy-nilly. Already conceded 7 runs. That's slightly better. Nicely clipped through mid-wicket. They're going to push for 2, but they'll settle for 1.
Well, that fielder was at inside the circle, patrolling the mid-wicket region. I think should be slightly more finer when you're bowling onto the pads. This was straight to the fielder. Saqib, no. It's Bilal.
Well, that was another very poor delivery. Got away with that one with fine leg up. Straight to him. A yard either to his left or right. And that would have been a boundary.
Oh, has he got him? Has he got him? Yes, he does. That's a big wicket now. Shajat Talat trying to play a paddle and trapped in front.
Well, that was a very poor shot indeed. He realized he had misread the length, but still went along with his shot, playing across the line. And that was absolutely plumb in front. Gone for 10. Now they are in serious, serious trouble. 79 for 5. Bilal Azmat coming in at number 7. And that was jagging into his pads there. Oh, he's looking for one. Just about getting there in time.
Well, no coordination between the two batters. An excellent fielding there. 12 gone, 80 for 5. That's a big shot. A little bit in the air for a single. The captain comes in now. He's gone expensive tonight. Certainly will be looking for a wicket. Flights it in the air. You need to be careful as long as you have Gangadharan down there in the center. You need to stop the supply of run against Gangadharan. Oh, good delivery. Bilal Azmat looked really uncomfortable while playing at the outside off. He's playing it late, trying to see the ball a lot. Maybe the reason they are 5 down.
Yeah, nice cut shot, but plenty of fielders in that point region.
Oh, this is flying. This is over. That is maximum. 6 runs.
Well, that is sweet timing for you from Bilal Azmat. Look at that slog sweep. Beautiful timing and just about clearing that deep cow corner fielder. A valuable maximum here for Dubai Gymkhana.
Goes in for the another one. Might find himself out, yes. Takes the catch in the deep and the captain strikes.
Well, one shot too many from Bilal Azmat. This time it went straighter towards that wideish long on. Never had the distance and a bit of a juggle, but he held on for dear life. You don't want to drop the captain's catch. Bilal Azmat gone for 8. It's 88 for 6.
Varun Arora. Now. Oh, down the leg side, Mudassir. How many times we have seen over that he's pulling down the leg side. Why can't he work out on that delivery? Swing is troubling him, I think.
Yeah, these are needless runs they're conceding here. The Valley boys. You don't want to be chasing too much. Caught and bowled opportunity. Just beyond the outstretched hand of Mudassir. And even our umpire, Sayyid Abbas, had to take evasive action there. Just bunted straight back at him. And got out of the way in time. Dubai Gymkhana desperate for runs. They need somebody to support Jeevan Gangadharan. Nicely squeezed away to fine leg there. You can run well between the wickets. That is one way to ease the pressure.
I think especially when you're 6 wickets down and you're struggling to get to the 100 and you have got plenty of overs to spare, you can really take the batting deep. Oh, that's up in the air. Captain just bounced in front and did well to save the boundary as well.
Yeah, good desperation in the field, trying to support their bowler. Didn't time it at all there. And just dropped in front, just millimeters away from his hands there. Osman Trambu working hard, setting the example in the field. Oh, extra bounce, trying to get very close to the ball. But we have seen, if you hit the seam, you will get a response from this grassy wicket. Khalid Ibrahim especially exploited it beautifully. And they never really let go of the game since then. Trying to use his feet here, Jeevan.
Good ball there from Mudassir. At times he's unplayable. I think that ball which he bowls in swinger, that needs a little bit more perfection, which drifts down the leg side. Yeah, that's a better bowling now. Slightly more fuller. Meanwhile, 15 gone, 92 for 6. Captain to bowl his final over. Oh, that's missing him. That conceded a run which should have been stopped.
Well, 92 for 6 with 6 overs to go. What do you think is a reasonable target to defend here, Abid?
I had a chat with both the captains. They were looking around 150, 160. Well, that's up in the air. No fielder at third, and that will run down the hill for 4.
Well, that is very poor field placing. Where is your short third there, Usman Trambu? That was a needless boundary conceded. In fact, you missed out on a wicket. That was straight down his gullet if he was in the right position.
Well, I think this time Usman was expecting the ball to turn in, which did not turn, and cost him 4 runs. But no matter what, you have to have a third, short third, if you are a leggy. I think Abdurrahman would be the right person to answer that.
Absolutely, you're trying to play for the outside edge. Nicely driven, beautifully through extra. There is some protection out there. And Jeevan has moved into the 20s, looking good at the crease.
Usman to bowl his final 3 deliveries. Now he's bowling a lot of wide baby. The intention is not to concede runs. And I think you should attack when the opponents are down with 6 wickets.
Oh, absolutely. You want to dismiss them quickly. Not have much to chase. You need that net run rate in the back of your mind as well. Once again, getting to the pitch of the ball there, Varun. I like that he's using his feet against the spinners.
Well, if he picks up Jeevan Gangadharan here, I think they'll be able to restrict DG under 150. If Jeevan plays all 20 overs, I reckon the final score would be around 160. So 100 comes up at the end of 15 overs for 6 wickets.
Well, concerned expressions on the face in the dugout. And there you can see top right. Abdurrahman is extremely pleased to see himself on screen, wearing a very awful looking Man United jersey. Picked up, flick towards square leg. And it will clear the fielder. Where was he roaming? That shouldn't have been a boundary. Mudassir is very upset.
Well, Ahmed Khwaja, fielding, field placing, plays a key role in this game. Bilal Ahmed had absolutely no idea where that ball was. If it had gone for 6, you can forgive him, but that ball has gone for 4. That is a catch drop in my book.
And I wouldn't disagree. 28 of 21 now. Nicely clipped off the pads. He's certainly playing a responsible knock here. They're pushing for 2. And they will pick it up very easily. It's a big square out there.
Well, the one person you don't want to give chances to is Jeevan Gangadharan. He's quickly moved on to 30. And the Valley boys, well, the body language is not very positive.
Projected scores looking about 136. 146 perhaps. Slower delivery. Quick single once again. There could have been overthrows here. But they're content to just occupy the crease. And as this partnership builds, it's moved on to 19 already. Danger signs for the men in red.
Well, they do have a left-hander in the name of Abid Nini yet to come. He can pack a punch as well. Solid late-order batsman. Is that going to be a wide? Well, the extras continue to help this Dubai Gymkhana batting performance.
Yeah, there's been a bit of stubborn resistance from the middle lower order. Trying to paddle that away. That was dangerous. Varun, if you had missed that, all 11 men would have gone up, but safely negotiated. Mudassir Wani still has an over after this, so they need his 4. 31 for Jeevan. And a big swipe on the leg side. Only going to fetch him 1 though.
Well, Khalid will definitely bowl out. He has 1 over up his sleeve as well. 4 more overs to come. And Dubai Gymkhana 110.
It's not the worst position to be in. Very watchfully played. Nelson on the board at the end of the 16th.
Jane. A new bowler, Bilal Ahmed. Just the 11 runs in his 2 overs. Interesting zigzag run up from him. Outside off stump. And he beats the cut shot. Nelson on the board. Can he get a breakthrough here? Can he get a wicket?
Usman Trumbo will be looking to see the back of one of these batters. 23-run partnership is certainly keeping Dubai Gymkhana in the game. Nicely cut away and deep third will have to move here. And he will not get to it. That's a top shot from Varun.
Well, that fielder was positioned very fine. Makes sense when you're an express fast bowler. But now Bilal Ahmed's pace, you have to have this fielder at almost square point. Because that thick outside edge is not going to travel. Varun Arora gets a boundary as well. On the pads. And watchfully played there by Varun.
Well, they've got the early boundary in the over. So Bilal Ahmed will be under strife. What Varun needs to do here is get Jeevan back on strike to face. He's been batting beautifully. Oh, that's going to be a wide. Rightly so.
Saw the batsman charge and threw it wide, but a bit too wide that time. Extras added to the total. 116 now on the board.
Plenty of onlookers here watching all the action of the ICC Academy Summer Cup. Outside edge, it will bounce in front of the deep third. Mudassir Wani himself out there. The camera seems to be following him around.
Well, the camera and the ball seem to be following Mudassir Wani. And sometimes as batsmen as well, you target a couple of fielders who are a bit slow and try to get runs when the ball is going in their direction.
Oh, look at that flick through cow corner. What a shot from Jeevan Gangadharan. Fast hands through the ball.
And again, nobody at deep mid-wicket. If you're targeting the patch, you need to have some fielders there. They've got a deep third man, they've got deep point, they've got two fielders on the offside in the circle. It's not a very traditional field, Ahmed.
10 runs off the over. They've certainly been hitting back with some force. 33-run stand. Oh, look at that shot. Even further, even bigger, all the way on the grass banks for a maximum.
Well, they did give him a chance. A catch drop of Jeevan Gangadharan, and he's making it count now. He moves on to 42. 127 for the loss of 6 wickets now, Gymkhana.
So Khalid Ibrahim has 1 over to go. Mudassir Wani and Bilal Ahmed, who just got hammered. Will they be the ones who bowl out? The captain is done and dusted, 1 for 35 on the day. Shabir Bhatt could be an option, but he tends to overpitch the ball. Abdur Rahman, put your captain's hat on. What would you do?
Well, I don't think giving Mohsin Mattu another over would be a bad idea. That economy rate of 4.5, especially in the power play, he bowled 1 over.
Well, they've gone for the experienced medium pacer Mudassir here. They're pushing for 2, and that's easily done indeed. Yeah, Mohsin coming around the wicket with his top spinners and off break, trying to challenge those big square boundaries. I think I agree with that tactic.
Well, I think Mudassir, Bilal and Khalid will finish off this innings.
Very close to that pad there, just tucked around the corner. And Varun is doing the right thing. He's just feeding the strike to Jeevan, who's batting absolutely sensationally.
Well, again, took his time. Jeevan got settled in nicely, was given an opportunity as well, and he's now making it count. Slower delivery, and it's gone for another maximum. Beautiful hit this from Jeevan.
Well, I hope the glass of the ICC Academy is reinforced, because Jeevan Gangadharan is targeting that. Look at that, big 6. That's an 85-meter hit at the very least. 48 of 27, what an innings.
And what clean hitting. Doesn't matter where your fielders are. When he's hitting them as cleanly as this, it's always going to go over their head.
Yeah, that was absolutely rifled over cow corner. Mudassir, if you missed your length, you will be dispatched. And he hasn't missed this time. Nicely bowled. They're going to push for 2 to the long on fielder here. And they have done it really well. The counter-attack from the Gymkhana boys is well and truly on. 50 for Jeevan Gangadharan. What a knock.
A champion knock. Came in when his team was in a lot of trouble. And he's bailed them out. 50 of just 28 deliveries. And he still has 2.2 overs to go.
Steps out. And will drop in front of the long on fielder, Khalid Ibrahim. They're going to push for two here. Chance for a run out. Oh, but he's made it. Excellent running by Varun Arora.
Well, the outfielding has been very poor from Valley Boys. Catches drop, misfields, fumbles. They've taken two literally from the hand of the fielder.
Yeah, they pressured him with the misfield. Oh, that's gone through everybody. And there is nobody at short fine. Bonus runs for Gymkhana. And the wheels are coming off for Valley Boys.
Well, he deserved this luck. Jeevan, inside edge, into the boundary. 144 for 6 now with 2 overs to go.
Well, they've gone to their main fast bowler for the penultimate over of the innings. Khalid Ibrahim, outstanding spell in the power play. But like you mentioned earlier, Abdurrahman, it's his comeback spell that has tended to go for runs.
Well, the softer ball might not bounce as much as that hard new nut early in the power play. Will there be a change of tactics from Khalid Ibrahim, or will he continue to pitch short of length? That's the question now.
A very important 12 balls coming up. 6 of those will be entrusted to this man. They do not want to be chasing anything above 165, I reckon. Not even 160. But he needs to deliver. Oh, he's bowled him right through the gate. In fact, it's gone like Jofra Archer's ball in the World Cup, all the way across the fence.
Well, you can imagine how quick this guy is. Hits the top of middle stump and then goes for a 4. Khalid Ibrahim continues where he's left off. 3 wickets to his name. Good innings from Varun Arora. Run a ball 14. 144 for 7.
New batter coming in at 9 is Mohammad Abid Nini. And can he provide the support that Varun did earlier? It was a good stand. And they need to bat their 20 overs. They cannot afford to be bowled out here, Abdurrahman.
Well, even if they get 10 runs in the next 11 deliveries, they will cross that 155 mark. Short ball. Abid Nini was ready for it. Will he get a boundary to get off the mark? Yes, he does. He's an aggressive player, Abid. He'll take his chances.
Well, some of these field placings are absolutely mystifying. Where is the short fine? He would have gobbled that up. It was the deep third running all the way across, and he had no chance with the ball running down the slope.
Well, they have a third man, and they have those 2 fielders on the offside right next to the keeper. Point and backward point.
Outside edge and over the deep third man for 6.
Well, the faster they come, the faster they go. Outside edge, quick delivery. Threw his bat at it, Abid. And it's gone over that third man fielder for a maximum.
Well, now the Gymkhana dugout is making a lot of noise. 150 has been raised. And they still have 9 deliveries to go. We might see a big run chase in store here for the men in red.
Well, the important thing is they've not let Khalid settle into his last over. They're going aggressively. Wicket first ball and then 10 of the 2 deliveries he's bowled.
Got stuck between his pads there. They'll scamper for 1. They've attempted the run out, but the leg umpire is not convinced. Good running.
And the important thing is now the set batsman Jeevan is on strike. Abid Nini has very much done his part. 10 of 3 deliveries.
Oh, absolutely. 10 of 3 and you get the man batting on 56 to face. And you can see the look on Usman Trambu's face. He's just slightly concerned here. The comeback spell from Khalid Ibrahim has not been great. He's bowling that back of length once again. And that's asking for trouble at the death. This man has been absolutely outstanding. Big swish at that one. And he's really disappointed to miss out.
Well, it seems Khalid Ibrahim likes bowling against the more technically correct batsman. Abid Nini just throwing his bat at everything, got some runs, and Jeevan batting at 56 tries to play a good looking drive and misses it completely.
Yeah, his pace is certainly up from the first spell. He's really bending his back here, getting that ball to whistle through. But needs to bowl a lot fuller, in my opinion. Look at that, hitting the bat hard, but it's length once again. And they will take an easy 2. In fact, well, once again, the fielders had to scamper after it, and they've taken 3.
And Khalid Ibrahim is not happy at all. 2 fielders positioned in that point region, and he still concedes 3. 158 for 7, and a good spell from Khalid Ibrahim. 4 overs, 16 runs, 3 wickets to his name.
So it is Bilal Ahmed who will bowl the final over with his zigzaggy run-up. It works for him. I'm sure bowling coaches will be scratching their heads though. Gone straight. And long off is just watching it sail over his head for a 6.
Well, that zigzaggy run-up is not disturbing Jeevan Gangadharan, that's for sure. In the slot, goes over long off for a maximum. What a way to start the last over.
Just sat in his crease, used his powerful forearms. 65 of 33. What a blinder of an innings. And they're looking for plenty more now, Abdurrahman.
Well, nobody would have thought they would have gotten to that 150 mark, let alone 164, with 5 more deliveries to go.
Well, like our co-commentator Abid mentioned, it's always a game of 2 halves, especially when that white ball loses its sheen. And they've been taken to the cleaners, especially by Jeevan Gangadharan. Outstanding knock. 5 deliveries to go. He goes hard, he goes straight. And it was Khalid Ibrahim in the firing line. Oh, and that's very poor indeed from Bilal Ahmed, conceding a soft second.
Well, this is not good. Not good from the Valley boys. This is not the first time they've done it in the innings. Can't remember how many overthrows they've conceded so far. How many easy singles they've given away.
And the danger man retains the strike. But that's a big wide. Lost his wrist position. Was perhaps trying something new. Completely wrong out of the hand.
As you said, Ahmed, the important thing is now Jeevan is back on strike. 4 more deliveries to go.
Well, his name means life. So he's certainly given life to Gymkhana. He goes straight once again. It's another 6. Yes, it is.
Oh, what a beautiful shot this. Inside out. Picked it from off stump. Not an easy shot to play. And he gets another maximum. Another expensive over now from Bilal Ahmed. Was that the right decision to bring him to bowl?
Well, the short answer is no. But once again, a slot ball. It was not out of the middle. But got enough of it. 5 maximums in his innings so far for Jeevan. And make that number 6. This might be on the roof. No, it thunders into the window.
Well, Yasir Kalim's record is safe for now. We thought that would have gone over the pavilion. Not to be, just hits the glass and comes back.
So still at the crease, stable head position, firm base, and that power. What a shot, what an innings.
And our viewers need not worry. That glass on this ICC Academy pavilion is bulletproof.
It certainly needed to be. Down the leg side. If he had landed that flick, that would have gone right into the parking lot. 180 has been raised.
Well, again, the Valley boys, they play 2 different games. The top 10 overs, they're always on top. And in the bottom 10, just lose the plot.
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde side. This time outside off, straight to extra, thankfully. Mudassir will clean up. Oh, and they're stealing another run. No, they went back. But good awareness there from Abid Nini.
Well, Ahmed Khwaja, a stat for you. In the last 4.5 overs, they've conceded 80 runs.
That's absolutely incredible. Big swish. They're going to take one here. Yes, they will. So 182 for 7 is what Dubai Gymkhana have managed in their maiden innings in the ICC Academy Summer Cup. Jeevan Gangadharan, 80 not out. A stunning innings.
A stunning indeed. He got a chance and he's made it count. Started off really poorly, Dubai Gymkhana. Asher had to walk back in the first over and they just couldn't play Khalid Ibrahim. That's a scorecard right there. Asher falling for 0. Mohammad Hassan looked good for 15 and then he got out to Khalid Ibrahim as well. Waqas Ahmed, the captain, 10 of 10. Shajat Talat, 10 of 17. And then it was a Jeevan Gangadharan show. 80 of 37. Helped nicely by Mohammad Shahid, 22 of 18. Varun Arora, run a ball 14. And a cameo from Abid Nini, 10 of 4 deliveries. 13 extras in those 20 overs. 182 on the board.
Really good fight back. They were in serious trouble. 88 for 6 at one stage and then storming to 182. 3 for 16 on the day for Khalid Ibrahim. Was excellent with the new ball. 2 back-to-back maidens in the power play. Bilal Ahmed took a pasting, none for 50. Osman Trumbu, the captain, 1 for 35. Mudassar Wani and Mohsin Mattu sharing a wicket each as well.
Look at those partnerships. 7th wicket partnership, almost 70 odd runs. That's what took the momentum away. 144 and then 40 runs for the 8th wicket. 30 of them coming off the bat of Jeevan Gangadharan.
Well, the only positive here for Valley Boys is that there are plenty of runs available on this track. If somebody gets set and you follow Jeevan Gangadharan's blueprint, you can certainly hunt this down. Well, let's take a look at the highlights then. It was Dubai Gymkhana who won the toss, elected to bat first. And they had a pretty rude awakening thanks to Khalid Ibrahim. This was the first wicket going down, trying to flash that over point, caught behind. Osman Trumbu took the new ball with Khalid Ibrahim and was taken for a few runs from Mohammad Hassan. He was looking dangerous. And then it was his fellow opener. That was the dismissal of Mohammad Hassan. Genuine top edge of Khalid and dismissed at point. This was a nicely tucked out shot behind fine leg. And then that was a big hit. But they started losing wickets then, Abdur Rahman.
Shahir was looking very good along with the captain. Getting boundaries for 1. And there was Mohsin Mattu who walked in and picked up a wicket for him. That was the run out. Brilliant. From his own bowling, Bilal Ahmed. And that was the stumping bowled, beg your pardon. While Mohsin was bowling, the runs were under check.
This was a poor shot there, playing all across the straight one. Bilal Azmat as well hit a 6 and then tried it once more. It did not quite come off. Osman Trumbu picking him up, holding out to long on. And then it was Varun Arora and Jeevan Gangadharan who combined to devastating effect. Jeevan especially with a lot of power shots towards cow corner and down the ground. This was a huge 6. And that one went through everybody. That was the shot that dismissed Varun Arora. And this was some Abidini delightful shots. And then the final over, Bilal Ahmed got carted for plenty of 6s down the ground towards long off and long on. So 183 runs is the target for Valley Boys. Have to go at a required run rate above 9. We'll take a short break and be right back for their run chase. Stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the second half. This crucial encounter between Valley Boys and Dubai Gymkhana. News from the center was that Dubai Gymkhana won the toss, elected to bat first, and put up a massive total, 182, beg your pardon. And now the Valley Boys will have to chase 183 in the 20 overs, required run rate of 9.15. Joining me in the comm box for the first passage of play will be Abid Ibrahim. Abid, welcome.
Thank you very much, Abdul Rahman. I've been surprised to see when I left the comm box. I found out that Dubai Gymkhana was struggling to score some runs. They were 6 down. They hardly reached 200. And when I came back in the last 5 overs, they scored 82 runs. Some brutal sixes from Jeevan Gangadharan. What a great knock. And this is being repeated. In the end, last 5 overs, you see most of the runs coming.
Yes, this has been the story of this SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022. The first 5-6 overs, the teams struggle with the bat. And then in the last 10-12 overs, cut loose. 85 runs, 90 runs, I beg your pardon, coming in the last 5 overs of the Dubai Gymkhana innings.
You know, despite even the last game that we saw IGM chasing down the score, the most of the runs came in the final passage of the play. In the last 5 overs, we saw Yasser Kalim getting haywide. It's Mahfouz Ilahi. A failure show, I would say, in the first game. Scored 21 runs with a good strike rate of just 124, but that is healthy. But then he's given away his wicket in the last encounter.
Well, Mahfouz Ilahi will open the batting with Mohsin Matu. Got a 50-run partnership opening the batting together, and then lost 8 wickets for 20 runs. So the Valley Boys will have to get off to a good start.
Yeah, we are really excited to see the bowling attack of this team in blue. There you go. First ball underway. Full and straight. Got a little bit of a will on it.
Well, he's very lucky to get some bat on that. Otherwise, that would have been plumb in front. Tashfeen Yassin, a good start. There's nothing wrong with trying for that Yorker first up. I don't understand why bowlers keep that Yorker for the death. You can start with that ball as well. It's unplayable no matter what the situation of the game.
Oh, looking on the onside. Tries to go big on the second ball of the game only. Right, completely back the decision to bowl full and straight the first one. Because that is the time, it's early morning for the batter. Was not ready and not expecting something full and straight.
Well, we've seen a lot of this in international cricket as well. Fast bowlers come in, bowl a loosener, and usually goes for a boundary. Good delivery again. And the late and great Shane Warne once said, if you really want to bowl a loosener, just bowl a short, quick delivery. Nothing better than that to loosen up your body, or go for that devastating Yorker. Not that half volley outside off stump and then give the excuse how you're just loosening up.
I think the question is bowling a loosener at the start. That is very much possible because you are not warmed up fully. You don't understand how the wicket behaves. You bowl few deliveries, try to bowl short or full. Just get the understanding how wicket plays.
Again, short delivery off the hip, and the keeper has done really well. They don't even take a single. Running between the wickets is going to be very important in this run chase.
There's not a huge amount of swing that Tashfeen is relying on. He's just nibbling around in and out. The last delivery was certainly a loosener that we've been talking about. He's got away with it.
Oh, Jaffa Brilliant delivery. Beats the outside edge.
That's a wonderful side for any fast bowler to beat the outside edge with the swing. My goodness. Excellent delivery.
Well, a good over so far. Can we see a repeat of the Khalid Ibrahim over? A maiden to start with. And if you can get a wicket to boot, that will definitely spur Dubai Gymkhana.
Beats the edge outside again, and a maiden over to start with for Tashfeen Yasin. Absolutely brilliant, especially the last two deliveries. It's none after one over.
Well, a familiar sight. Abid Nini taking the new ball. This is going to be a very good contest. Mohsen Mattu likes to go square, likes to play those reverse sweeps and paddles as well. Will take his chances against the left armour.
Straight away, he's hunting for the pads. That's a one run given too easily.
Well, again, I have to question the field placing here. There are too many people on the offside. You have a left armour who doesn't turn the ball a lot, brings it in, plug that gap, get in somebody a short mid wicket. Don't give him the easy single.
Yeah, you don't have a slip fielder, so you get the luxury to have an extra fielder. Why you're planting all your fielders outside off?
Beaten outside off stump. And again, Abid, the problem with a field like this is Abid Nini will not go for his strength, which is aiming for those stumps, aiming for that pad. Because anything in the stumps is a very easy single.
Oh, that's a serious delivery now. Hunting for the pads. He's darting in so well. This was a short delivery, but kept a little low. So it's all about where you're hitting this seam.
He's been in very good bowling form, Abid Nini. This time cuts. There's no way you can find a gap on the offside. Absolutely no chance.
Well, there was certainly a plan there. That's good thing that you have a plan for, especially a bowler like Abid Nini. You need to have a plan in place no matter what. Yeah.
Well, again, that fielder right there who's picked up the ball, there are two behind him. So I understand there is a plan. But in the game of cricket, you have to plug the gaps. Maybe get a slip in as well. There's a big score that you're defending. You have to get wickets.
Well, the idea is to dart in. So they are not, at least both are about to have a slip in. So an excellent over comes to an end. Only given one. It's one for none. Mohsin to face Tashfeen for the first time, I reckon. Straight away looking to go on the cow corner. Not a good idea.
Well, that's a frustration that's seeping into Mohsin Matu's batting now. This is only the second delivery he's faced. We're in over number 3 already. Mahfouz Elahi, 11 deliveries yet to get off the mark.
Man, when you have a partner like Mahfouz Elahi who's doing this role just to try to get the ball old, that backfires to your partner when he gets out of the frustration. Rightly said, Abdur Rahman. There you go. He goes big. He gets the result as 4 runs.
Well, he's so strong on the leg side, Mohsin Matu. Plays that slog sweep perfectly. Doesn't matter if you're a fast bowler or a spinner. If Mohsin Matu is in the zone, he's going to get a boundary no matter what you bowl to him on the pads. And the trick is to keep it outside off stump and let him chase it, let him drag it.
And not a very much in control that shot because the ball was slightly going away. Yeah, this time ball came in sharply. So now the intentions are very clear from Mohsin. He's not going to hold back. He's going to strike anything coming his way. So this is the desperation time when you pick up a wicket. I think Tashfeen really need to slightly work on that outside off channel. He might get that top edge.
Well, Abid, you did mention this when Bilal Ahmed was bowling. When he came into bowl, he was bowling down the leg side and then got a wicket. And 4 deliveries after that, perfect outside off stump. Tashfeen did the exact same thing in the first over when he bowled a maiden. And this time, for some reason, keeps bowling at the pads of Mohsin Matu and the ball keeps disappearing maximum.
Well, the intentions was clear. You give anything in the arc, would be out of the park. Hits it beautifully.
And again, just that off stump, and he's picked it from outside off and deposited over mid wicket. There's not a lot you can do as a bowler other than go wider outside off stump, aim for that 6th stump outside off.
It's too early to see the ball is lost his swing. Yeah, this is the better line, but you got to swing the ball a little bit because it's still new.
Well, after a first over maiden, Tashfeen has conceded 10 of 5 deliveries. Mohsin Matu racing away to 11, all the 11 for the Valley Boys. And maybe that will give Mahfouz Elahi some confidence as well.
Oh, this is what I was talking about. The ball slightly going away from the right-hander and the muscle memory remains to hit in the onside. It's 11 at the end of 3 overs. Abid Nini continues. He's given only 1 run. Mahfouz still struggles to get off the mark. That's 2 overs to get off the mark. And it's a 20 overs game.
Well, the only thing they can take heart in is the fact that they bowled 2 maidens in the power play and still conceded 182. So they could chase it down as well.
Oh, that was quicker shot and extra bounce. Mahfouz still struggling there. Well, Abdurrahman, let me tell you, all these games what we have witnessed, it's all about applying yourself. You spend some time on the crease, the runs will follow.
Well, absolutely, Abid. These ICC Academy wickets. Oh, he's found the gap. Can you believe it? On the offside, 6 fielders here. And Mahfouzalai gets off the mark with a boundary, and he's thread the gap perfectly.
Yeah, the ball slightly kept low. It was a perfect shot to get off the mark, but slightly late. But then I think he can recover. All he need to do is apply himself.
Just going back to that point, we've seen Jeevan Gangadharan in the innings today. Binoy as well in the last game. Yasir Kaleem, all of them slightly slow to start off, and then massive innings to finish it.
Let me give you a perfect example of Wajid Khan, who made 100 the other day, the first game of the tournament. That's up in the air, no fielder, only to fetch it from out.
Well, this is the challenge right here. That off-stump line, he knows he's going to be bowling outside off because of that field. He's not going to target the pads. That's a free swing of the bat, because even if he misses it, it's not going to hit the stumps.
Yeah, that will give a lot of relief to Mohsin Mattu, at least seeing his partner is joining in the runs. Oh, this is going up. This is going high. Should be a catch. Oh, dropped it down.
Well, the keeper with the gloves on, the safest one on the field. And was that the helmet disturbing him? That happens sometimes. He lost his footing as well. Could this be the chance that Valley Boys needed? 22 for no loss at the end of 4. Well, the man of the hour with the bat, Jeevan Gangadharan, now given the ball. And after that first over maiden, actually 1 run coming off the first 2 overs. 21 of the second 2. Mahfouzalai finally getting a move along. 11 of 17 for him. At one moment was 12 deliveries for no run. Mohsin Mattu, 11 of 7.
Yeah, Mahfouz recovered really well. In the last over, he scored 11. Oh, Jeevan Gangadharan wouldn't be any easy to pick him up or hit him on the onside, but I think the problem has been only 1 hit on the offside. The remaining, even the intention, have been on the onside.
Yeah, they've been dragging it from outside off and depositing it towards that leg side boundary. And you can do that against military medium or spinners. But express pace and swing, not so easy.
Oh, he's quick enough. Quick arm action. Slip is on. Need to be careful.
Very whippy action. Jeevan Gangadharan. Upright when he releases the ball. And getting some good swing as well. Coming right in front of the umpire. Not a good idea when you're a bowler. You don't want to be appealing with the umpire unsighted.
Yeah, you do get a warning before you do that. Oh, what a delivery. That actually pitched out onto the off stick, which swung away.
Well, he's using the crease nicely, Jeevan. This time, couple of steps away from the umpire. The previous delivery right next to those stumps, and it was on middle and off. This one moving away from the batsman after pitching outside off stump. Intelligent bowling, good bowling in the power play.
Now the batsman is predictable. This is going to be an outswinger. Oh, very well done, Gangadharan.
Well, Abid Ibrahim, the only good thing here is you're not the batsman there. Because you would have expected an outswinger and it was a booming in-swinging Yorker. And the batsman has done well to keep it out.
Yeah, that's a perfect setter that you bowl 3 outswingers and bring one in and take the wicket out. And I think Kashif Dawood used to do that on his prime.
Are you saying he's not in his prime anymore? Controversial comments coming in. In the meantime, the ball lands safely. It was a mishit. It went up in the air. 2 fielders converging. And none of them being able to get to the ball.
This was the only worry for Mahfouz, but this time he got away with it. The earlier a catch dropped. Things are not going on VB side. Valley Boys struggling to get the clear hits or clean hits perhaps.
Well, only one delivery to go in the over. Jeevan Gangadharan will fancy his chances against Mohsin, especially if he sticks to that off-stump line.
That's up. Oh, just falls short to the mid-off fielder. And that brings the over to an end. And I've got away with the question. You put me under a lot of trouble. Kashif Dawood is one of my favorite bowlers. 25 for none at the end of 5.
Well, Abid Ibrahim has run away from the com box after that controversial question and joins me Ahmed Khwaja.
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. No controversies on offer here. Just watching and enjoying the batting of Mahfouz Ilahi and Mohsin Mattu. They've been watchful, but they're still at the crease. That's what counts.
It's good to see they've stuck with Abid Nini. Even though he went for 12 runs in that last over, still looks the more likely bowler to get a wicket. I would still like a short mid-wicket in the circle here, Ahmed. Because there you can see, right there, they've taken an easy single. Nobody in the circle to put pressure on the batsman.
Well, I think it's a numbers game. They'll be thinking, we've done pretty well with the ball in the power play. Only conceded 28 runs, 4 deliveries to go. The required run rate is already above 10.5. So it's the batters who need to make something happen, not the bowling side.
Flighted delivery. Again, an easy single on offer. And Ahmed, you're absolutely right. The batsmen have to take the initiative here. As we've seen in so many games in the Sky Exchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup, that if you stay there, if you take your time, you can cut loose. Short and quick delivery.
Well, that was a missed opportunity. A rare bad delivery from Abid. Not the commentator, the left arm spinner. And not put away.
The commentator Abid bowls rarely a good delivery when he's bowling.
Oh, attempted York, a bit of a leading edge there. Nicely mixing up his length.
Very interesting from Abid Nini. Just held up, stopped his run up. Trying to see what the batsman does. Does he shuffle across?
It's a top edge over fine leg. And it will travel all the way for a 6. Poor delivery.
A poor delivery to end the over. It was a good over till there. And a 6 to finish the power play. 35 for no loss at the end of 6.
Well, it's been a sedate start for Valley Boys. Not many shots in the power play, but some lusty hits on the leg side. This was a beautiful shot from Mahfouz. And then he took out the long levers. That was a mighty blow. And then this half tracker down leg, put away over fine leg. So it's been few and far between, but they're still out there battling for the side. So Jeevan continues his spell from the school end. Very good first over. He was using that surface. He has that action that gets the ball to jump off the deck. A lot of shoulder in it. And can swing the ball as well.
Well, you mentioned Jiju Janardhanan, and that back at the hand slower delivery reminds you of Rana Naveed. To me, his action is also very similar to the way Rana Naveed bowls. In the air, goes down to fine leg, just a single.
Well, you can immediately see that the field settings from Gymkhana are much better than Valley Boys. The captain has recognized the weak areas of his fast man and kept boundary riders there, not conceding boundaries.
Well, Ahmed is not just a captain, but here I think the bowler, Jeevan Gangadharan, he has asked for this field, and rightly so. Sometimes the bowlers just get lost in the conversation, depend too much on the captain to set fields for them.
Attempted outswinger, swung very early and just kept going. Look at that movement. Wonderful seam presentation. If he gets his line right. I'd like to see a slip in though. Why leave that slip coordinate vacant? Bring that third man in. Look to be aggressive. Mahfouz Ilahi, 23 of 27. He's taken his sweet time. And now the onus is on him for a big innings. Nicely played, but straight to that point field. A chance for a run out. There is a direct hit. And they're going upstairs. Let's see what the replay will show.
Well, the batsman does not look happy. He's asking the umpire. Yes, he's gone. Brilliant decision by the umpire, Syed Zargham. Eagle-eyed, didn't need a replay. That was spot on. He was a goner.
Well, once again, it's been very casual. And yes, bullseye. Excellent call. And that is the first blow for Valley Boys. 37 for 1. So Mahfouz Ilahi has been sent back to the hutch. It's Danish coming in at number 3. So just what they didn't want. The openers, they played watchfully throughout the power play and immediately after it gifted their wicket. Danish Hafiz, only 1 run to his name in the tournament so far, but certainly looking to get some more runs under his belt tonight. Nicely bowled, outer half of the bat squeezed away to deep third, and he'll get off the mark quite securely.
That will be relief for Danish, walking in at number 3. Probably the most important batting position in a T20 game. Jeevan Gangadharan hasn't picked up a wicket yet. Has been unplayable. 6 runs given in 1.3.
Well, he's having a fabulous night. Runs with the bat. And now back to his forte, fast bowling. Oh, just pulled out of the stride very, very late indeed. And good for Jeevan. He let the ball go. Didn't pull out of his action.
Well, that is very dangerous for the fast bowler. Trying to stop midway. All that momentum carrying you forward. As you said, Ahmed, he's done really well. Let the ball go.
Well, I have a radical idea. We've seen in baseball and in tennis, you have a counter for the time you need to deliver the ball or deliver the serve. It should be the same for the batters. Get in your stance. Don't take time. Get ready soon. Oh, outside edge, just dropping in front of the keeper. It was a slowie from Jeevan. Beautifully bowled.
Well, as you know, there is a saying, an unwritten rule. This is a batsman's game. All the penalties go to the bowler.
Oh, it's most certainly is. Just ran his hand down the seam. Excellent variations from Jeevan. He's been a very good pickup for the Gymkhana side. He'll certainly be getting a promotion in the batting order as well, I reckon.
And we're yet to see Mohammad Hassan bowl. He's a good bowler as well. Usually bowls in the death. Going for that cover drive. A single taken. The fielder very deep at the edge of the circle.
Good stuff so far. 7 runs conceded in his 11 deliveries. So Mohsin Mattu, I think the game hinges on his innings. He's striking the ball relatively cleanly. They need somebody to counter-attack the spinners, especially outside the power play. Excellent bowling here from Jeevan. Steady over comes to an end. 39 for 1 after 7. Mohammad Adnan Kaisar coming on to bowl from the academy end. What can you tell us about his bowling here, Abdurrahman?
Well, he's a very smart leg spinner. There you can see tossed up delivery. That's his strength right there. Does toss it up nicely, but gets big turn.
Well, we know you have an affinity for leggies, being one yourself back in your prime 28 years ago.
I think that was 30 years ago, Ahmed.
Rounding it up. 40 for 1. Meanwhile, Danish Hafiz just looking to get his eye in. Won't be easy against a quality leggy. And they need those boundaries regularly as well. Oh, that's gone all wrong out of the hands. And the keeping has been very suspect. That is truly awful.
Well, it was a wide delivery, but as a wicket keeper, your one job is to grab that ball when it passes the batsman. I have absolutely no idea what the keeper was doing there. He's already dropped a sitter and now has let 4 byes go through his gloves.
Well, why are you snatching at it with one hand? Not everybody can be MS Dhoni. Very poor effort, penalizing the bowler. Like you said, it's a batter's game. Nicely bowled and nicely driven by Danish Hafiz. Looks a good player, organized in his defense, but he needs some big runs tonight.
And this is the battle right here. This is what I want to see. Mohsin Mattu is devastating against leg spinners.
Well, that sounds like he's inflicted some maximums on you.
Well, I didn't want to go there, but that is exactly what has happened. Took me for 24 runs in an over.
Well, they certainly need one of those right here. It's been a slow start to the run chase. A reverse comes out, and what a shot! Over point, all the way for 6.
Well, I was just about to say that. Watch out for that reverse paddle. He doesn't go for those squeaky reverse sweeps. Full brunt of the power of Mohsin Mattu. Not an easy shot to play. and it's gone for 6.
Well, Kevin Peterson, eat your heart out. This is Mohsen Mattu for you. Brilliant execution. Switched his hands in a flash and timed it to perfection. 50 up for the Valley Boys.
And just going back to those 24 runs that I conceded against him, I remember 2 of them went over that point boundary for a maximum.
And this time he was ready for the fuller one. Mature batting, smart batting. He's moved into the 20s now. And he's certainly the key man. Dubai Gymkhana need to get rid of him ASAP. Danish Hafiz looking to use his feet. Nicely played. And in fact, he's bisected the 2 fielders to absolute perfection.
Or talk about placement. Talk about timing. Straight down the ground. Long on and long off. Both unable to stop that. Ashir just slowed down a bit. Very lucky to avoid a collision there, Ahmed Khwaja.
Certainly could have been dangerous. But Danish Hafiz is certainly looking dangerous. Nicely bowled, nicely played. Quick single. And this has been fabulous batting by Mohsen and Danish. Productive over comes to an end. 58 for 1. Varun Arora coming into the attack from the school end. What can you tell us about his bowling, Abdur Rahman?
Well, nothing. I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen him bowl that much.
Well, he looks to be another wrist spinner.
Well, the keeper is on the 30-yard circle.
Cracked over point. Stand and delivered. That's a beautiful shot from Danish.
Well, clearly not a wrist spinner. Short, wide, 4. Any grade of cricket, that's a boundary ball.
Yeah, the way he was twirling the ball in his hand, I certainly thought he'd be a wrist spinner. Perhaps he needs to try it. But Danish, he's looking very, very compact indeed. And Varun needs to bowl a lot fuller. Well, that's too full down the leg side. All of a sudden, the momentum has started to shift towards the Valley Boys. Down the leg side, fine leg was up. That's a risk. In fact, there is a deep fine leg. Mohammad Adnan there. Taken on the full, hit past the extra cover, past the mid-off. It's a desperate chase. And he's fumbled it. He's made a hash of it.
Well, this is a lightning outfield. We've talked about it for the last 6 days. Anything beating the circle, you have to be Usain Bolt to catch up to that. Abid Dini did well, just couldn't keep it in. Brilliant effort, but a 4 nonetheless, an expensive over so far.
Yeah, just got his slide wrong there. Needed to commit either feet first or head first. It was a bit of a mix-up there between the two. Danish has raced off to 15 off 7. Required run rate has come below 10 now. It was 10.5 at one stage. Nicely bowled. Quick single. Direct hit. More drama here. And they're celebrating. I think they've got it.
Well, the one thing the bowlers have done really well in this game, have gotten the direct hits. It was Bilal Ahmed in the first innings and now Varun Arora. Got in the dive, but he fell short. The leg umpire, eagle-eyed Syed Zargham, he is not missing out on these. Mohsen Mattu will be very disappointed to get run out. He was playing well, 22 of 15. And the Valley Boys in trouble, 67 for 2.
Well, you've got nobody else but yourself to blame here, Valley Boys. Another soft dismissal, another top order batter run out, and now the game has once again swung right into the middle. It can go either way. New batter coming in at 4 is Musa Benazir. And Varun Arora, brilliant athleticism. They have been working really hard in the field. That could be the difference, Abdur Rahman.
Yes, fielding makes a big difference, especially when you're defending a total. Gets off the mark. Musa Benazir in the tournament. His debut for the Valley Boys in this SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022, powered by Fan Code.
Well, this was the vulnerable stage of the innings for Valley Boys. The middle order did not show up at all in the first game. Hopefully they'll make a better fist of it this time around. A tense match building up here. Exciting to watch. Oh, he brings out the paddle. What a shot that is from Danish Hafiz.
And what a statement. No look pedal. He didn't look back. He knew that was 4. Head down. He knows where it's going. Brilliant hit.
Well, that is a touch of genius from Danish Hafiz. And he had the swagger to boot. Wonderful shot against Varun Arora. They've taken 3 boundaries off this over. So they are looking to hit back. And that's the confidence you need, that self-belief to execute such a risky shot. He's standing well outside his crease to Varun. And smartly playing that one dead straight. Entertaining over comes to an end. 72 for 2. Adnan Kaisar to continue. Was carted for 19 runs in his first over. He certainly needs to bowl a lot better than that. Required run rate just a tick above 10. So it's brewing up nicely. This one chases match number 8. We've seen plenty of thrilling batting throughout the tournament already, Abdur Rahman.
The last 10 overs, we've seen 130, we've seen 140. So they'll think they have a chance with 111 needed in 11.
A big full toss. Well, Musa Benazir was perhaps caught surprised there and got away with it. I don't understand why they've taken Jeevan out of the attack. Fair enough, you need somebody to bowl at the death. But when he's in such good rhythm, giving you good overs, why pull him for later?
Well, with what happened to Khalid Ibrahim at the death, there's no guarantee that a fast bowler is going to get you wickets or not concede runs. So you're absolutely right here, Ahmed. Give him another over, try to get that wicket.
Takes it on the full, Danish Hafiz. That's a beautiful shot. Excellent fielding effort, but just beyond the reach of the long on.
Brilliant. Mohammad Hassan, the second time, goes studs up, saves the ball, but the momentum just takes it over the ropes. He couldn't recover in time.
And why is this man not bowling? Mohammad Hassan, just the figure you want to bowl on this grassy wicket. Tall lad hits the deck, hits the seam. He'll make the ball misbehave. just like Khalid Ibrahim. And the ball is certainly following him. Look at that fielding. One of the top fielders in the UAE. Excellent technique.
Well, this time to the stronger side. On his right. He's able to gather it cleanly. Maybe they want to keep Hassan for overs 12, 14 and 16. We've seen some fast bowlers that like bowling right at the death. Certain Umar Gul comes to mind.
Oh, absolutely. Big sweep from Musa Benazir, and it's been executed to absolute perfection. Wonderful shot.
Well, the left-hander against leg spinner. Battle 9 times out of 10 the lefty will win. Coming into him, good looking sweep.
Love the way he rolled the wrist on it, kept it all along the carpet. It swirled away from that deep square leg. Not a great fielding effort. Back at the bowler there. That was a fierce drive. No chance for Adnan Kaisar to grab onto that one. So the Valley boys, both batters are striking the ball quite cleanly. That was a ferocious hit.
Well, would you call that a chance?
Yeah, certainly was a very difficult one. Would be slightly harsh on Adnan Kaisar there to call it a chance. He's gone for 30 though. Nicely stepping back in his crease, gliding it to short third for 1. It's 84 for 2 at the halfway stage. Well, 99 needed of the last 10. And joining me for the next passage of play is Abid Ibrahim. Good evening, Abid. Welcome to the Combox. Welcome back, in fact.
Thank you very much, Khwaja. It's always a pleasure to join you in the Combox to witness the game. We have done a number of games so that we can understand the situation, but still we are clueless what will go here. As we see, Danish is batting on 25 of just 13 deliveries. That's the kind of a knock you need while chasing.
Bilal Azmat being introduced into the attack. Well, once again, I'm really surprised not to see Jeevan being given an extended spell. Mohammad Hassan, he is manning the hotspot areas when he should be on to bowl. Let's see what Bilal Azmat can produce. Well, that has been beautifully swept. And all the way for 4. What a shot from Danish Hafiz.
Well, that's what the doctor ordered. Trace a bullet. Beautiful sweep shot.
They really play spin well. We've seen them counter-attack Adnan Kaisar. And they're feeding them with spin. I think they need to change the bowling up immediately. Get the fast man on.
I like the aggression there from Danish Hafiz. Certainly striking on the very first delivery.
Oh, he goes for it once again and finds the fielder who's dropped it and let it run away for 4. Bilal Azmat is crushed.
What was that? That was certainly a catch. That was a rocket which was just came in the hand. And my goodness, that was easy go. No way you can drop a catch like that. Tashfeen Yassin there.
Very poor effort. At least keep the ball within the boundary ropes, and he couldn't even manage that. 33 of 15. Danish Hafiz, he's taking the game away.
Pardon me. That was Ashir, the fielder, who dropped the catch, not Tashfeen Yassin.
Well, he's had a nightmare of a day. No runs with the bat, and now dropping catches. Pulled away over cow corner. Forget about it. It's a huge 6. The spectators are running for cover.
Well, they got something to enjoy. The ball coming into them, and that's what happens when you drop a dolly catch. The batter gets a chance, and the better he gets.
Well, he only had 1 run in his previous game. He's corrected that big time. 39 of 16. Required run rate has dipped below 9. And they're just feeding him with spin, and he's feasting on it. That's another good-looking punch to extra. He's already into the 40s.
Well, that's bringing 100 run for Valley Boys, and they look very much in control. This over certainly spoiling the chances of making a comeback for DGA.
Oh, just stepping away at the last moment. Perhaps some fielders moving around in the circle. Yeah, the bowling tactics have been mystifying. You could immediately see the two batters were comfortable against spin. Steps out, goes big. Long on settles. And it's over him for 6.
Yeah,
What an effort. Danish Hafiz.
he tried his best, advancing down the track, hitting it up and over. That was not from the middle of the wood, but that bottom hand dragged it outside. What a lovely looking shot. And this over is gone already for 22. And we are one more ball away from to get this over it. Bilal Azmat is got really under the radar. And not the bowler you want to bowl. Giving the game away.
Once again, a firm drive to widest long off. And it's gone for 4. 26 runs off the over. 51 of just 19 deliveries from Danish Hafiz. What an innings.
That's a beautiful knock. Under pressure. And taking the team on command. He just consumed 19 deliveries. And I'll be telling you, that's the fastest 50 we have seen here at SkyExchange.net ICC Cricket Academy Summers Cup 2022, powered by Fan Code.
Well, now the emergency brakes have been pulled. Jeevan Gangadharan coming straight into the attack. But is it too little, too late now, Abid?
Well, that's the alarming situation for the team. Dubai Gymkhana. You can feel the heat. You can see their strike premier bowler has come back into the attack. It's a high time to take the wicket. Danish is certainly unstoppable. Get out, Danish, and bounce back in the game.
Required run rate just above 8. That's very comfortable with 8 wickets in hand. And Danish Hafiz is already on 51. Can he get a stunning 100 here? The numbers can certainly match up if he keeps batting that way. Jeevan making sure the fielders are in the right place. Left-hander Musa Benazir on strike.
Yeah, you can't just take the left-hander out of the contest. Musa also played some fine shots that he played for the 7 runs or 4 deliveries. Sounding good, looking good, hitting the ball.
Oh, that struck him on the pad, but it's pitched outside leg. Good decision by Syed Abbas. Let's take a look. Yeah, that certainly pitched outside leg.
And that was drifting down the leg as well. I think the left-hander wouldn't be comfortable against Jeevan Gangadharan. It's Nelson on board, and I think Danish Hafiz is the right man to face Gangadharan. And you can also afford to let him go. Don't take chances on on Gangadharan, pardon me.
Absolutely spot on. Even if you take run a ball of his remaining 11 deliveries, you will be very comfortably off. No silly shots. Because Dubai Gymkhana, they're struggling to get back into this game unless this man delivers.
And not required to charge a good bowler. But he does so. He gets the beautiful result. That's flying away for a maximum.
Well, what do we know? He just blasted that over extra cover, read the slower delivery, and that is the shot of the night. Danish Hafiz, take a bow, young man. That is absolutely scintillating hitting.
Yeah, that hit the match referee while bouncing back. He was sitting there. The ball got a bounce from the The wall and hit Iftikhar Ali was our match referee. Was just relaxing the game. I hope Paul is fine with him. He seemed to be in pain.
Well, I certainly hope he's all right. Meanwhile, the game will resume. He's gone straight. He's gone big. That's a towering hit right into the academy roof for a biggie.
Well, that just half swing of the bat, meat of the bat coming onto it and hitting long way up of the ICC academy grass.
Well, we need to see a 6-off between Danish Hafiz and Yasir Kaleem. Sensational hitting. 63 of 21. The Dubai Gymkhana bowlers and fielders look absolutely shell-shocked. Required run rate is just 7. And he swung it away off the hip once again. It will drop towards deep cow corner and a misfield. Goodness me.
Well, nothing working in the favor of Dubai Gymkhana. This is really Boyz who's dominating. A very, very easy misfielding there. That's supposed to be only a single. Well, certainly reminding me of the game of a World Cup. But this man playing with over 300 strike rate, making the difference tonight. Remember the name, Danish Hafiz. What a knock he's playing.
Goes for it again. This time it's gone straight up. Deep mid-wicket will not get to it. And well, you have to remind yourselves, they dropped his catch at deep square leg.
That's what happens. They give you only one chance, and the rest of the days, they take the game away. Now, almost a runnable situation here. 49 bowls, and 54 needed.
Stunning partnership. 62 runs between this pair, Danish Hafiz and Musa Benazir. And Musa has only added 7 of them. Incredible stuff. Nicely flicked. Beautiful shot behind square. It will be an easy 2. And if they would have really pushed, they could have picked 3.
They'll be okay with 2. At 12 gone, 31 for 2.
Well, this is the 50 for Danish Hafiz. He was striking the ball cleanly right from ball 1, especially against the spinners. Absolutely devastating with those shots over square. And that pull over cow corner was a biggie. And then the straight hits, Abid, absolutely sensational.
No answer to that. What a knock. One chance dropped, and it turned out to be unstoppable. This knock certainly reminds me of a knock of a Marvel Samuels onto the finals of T20 World Cup against Sri Lanka. I'm taking you way back. I'm sorry, my friend, but that knock when he charged the main bowler of Sri Lanka, it was Lasith Malengia.
That was absolutely phenomenal. One of the greatest innings in the history of T20. And this is certainly one of the greatest T20 innings we're seeing here at the ICC Academy Summer Cup. How can Dubai Gymkhana rescue the situation? It remains to be seen. Abid Nini coming into the attack. And Musa Benazir, very mature batting. Just feeding the strike. In fact, they'll take 2. Well, that should have never been a double here, Abid.
I think the shoulders are getting dropped. The chips are down for Dubai Gymkhana. I think it's fair to be said that it's not a good call to bring Abid Nini in front of the left-hander.
Most certainly disagree with that call. But so far, he's been pretty watchful. And the only wickets they've been able to produce was through run-outs. So the bowling attack needs some firepower for the men in blue.
The captain is absolutely taking all the precautions. He's using all his bowlers now. He's least bothered about dragging this game more. All he wants is a wicket. Or maybe a wicket of Danish will settle the nerves for Dubai Gymkhana.
Outside edge, nobody at slip. They will scamper for 2. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. You produce an excellent delivery, but there's nobody to take the catch.
You can't blame the keeper for that. You don't have a slip. And he was frustrated because he thought the keeper has let the chance down. But nothing is going on the way of Dubai Gymkhana.
135 for 2. Oh, beats him outside off. Well, Musa Benazir trying to play very cautiously. It's working against him. He's lost his flow. And he's just looking a bit circumspect out there now.
Well, my advice is to let the final delivery go, defend it. You have plenty of more overs to chase down. You're having a good partnership of 68.
Well, he's gone downtown towards long off. And he's just a spectator. That is another massive 6.
You just can't be bowling that final delivery all wrong. You invited the trouble. And this man flew it outside off with easy, getting the half a dozen. It's 141 at the end of 13 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Mohammad Hassan into the attack. And immediately carved over point. Third is in the circle. Well, the deluge of boundaries from Danish Hafiz will not stop.
Well, I think it's a bit late to introduce Mohammad Hassan. When the batter is settled and getting a free flow of the swing and charging you down is very well settled, Danish Hafiz. I think Mohammad Hassan should have been introduced a little early when you introduced Azmat.
Well, I'm very happy to see our match referee Iftikhar Ali looks all right. He took a blow of one of those 6s from Danish. And look at that shot of a square leg. What a hit. Incredible hitting.
Well, anything coming on his way, he's getting punished. That's a back-to-back boundaries. One on the offside and the next one follows on the onside. Beautiful hit.
Well, that is a man who's seeing the ball like a beach ball right now. 79 of just 26 deliveries. I can't even work out the math of that strike rate. I need a calculator.
He's playing a gem of a knock tonight. Just 26 deliveries for 79. What could be said more?
Well, thank God I didn't call a super over in this match, because he's ending it in a hurry. And he's well within reach of a magical 100. Can he do it? 21 runs away.
On top of that, that willow reminds me back of the 90s, MRF. Yeah, well, legends used to play with that willow.
Absolutely. This time, toe end of the bat, they're going to push for 2 here to long on. And they will get it. Could this be another run out? No, it's missed this time. Is it missed this time? No, it's a direct hit. And he's been run out. The view was obstructed from the bowler. Let's take a look here. From mid-on. Yes, he's hit the timber. And Danish has thrown it away. Can you believe it? He will be gone for 80. But what a stunning innings it is from Danish Hafiz. He's taken this run chase on his back and played the innings of his life. 150 for 3. Well, I must make a correction here. Thankfully, it was not Danish Hafiz who got run out. It was unlucky Musa Benazir. Short delivery from Mohammad Hassan, a sign of frustration. So thankfully, the magic man is still out there batting on 80, but he did sell his partner down the road and he got run out. The third run out of the innings.
Well, every time bowler the team gets a wicket, that wicket does not belong to Mohammad Hassan but the momentum definitely belongs to the bowler.
Big hit down the ground. That's going only one direction, towards the academy for 6.
Well, he's not hitting to the ordinary bowler. It's Mohammad Hassan, who's one of the finest all-rounders we have around. He's toying with the bowlers at the moment. Danish Hafiz is making his willow talk, and that willow is certainly an MRF.
Well, I didn't think we'd see a better innings than the 115 from Wajid or the 87 not out from Yasir Kaleem. But this is right up there. Smoked over extra cover. He is racing into the 90s.
Well, just shy of 10 runs for his 100. That would be a knock that you remember forever. What a knock from Danish Hafiz. 30 bowls, 90, and the team is at 160 at the end of 14.
Well, what a whirlwind run chase this is from Valley Boys. They're just 23 runs away from victory. Plenty of time left. Adnan Kaisar, he got absolutely smashed for 31 runs in 2 overs. And somehow the captain has felt, let's turn to him again. Saqib Amin coming in at number 5. He dropped a couple of catches in the outfield, so he'll be relieved to make a contribution in a positive sense to the side with his bat.
Well, the match is in complete control for the Valley Boys. They still got Khalid Ibrahim to come, who scored 19 runs in that defeat. And that was a great knock that he played. Despite couldn't take his team over the rope, but he's a very sensible batsman as well.
He's gone up. It's gone up. Will it travel the distance? Long on settles, but he's just a spectator. Danish Hafiz is 1 hit away from a century.
Wow, that was straight as an arrow. Traveled far distance. Fielder gave a try, but he dropped his shoulders and says that's a maximum. What a knock this is. Over 300 strike rate. A man is cruising to the 100. 1 hit away.
There he goes. Long off. It's over his head. It's a century for Danish Hafiz. Unbelievable innings. He points to the dugout. They're all on their feet. They're giving him a standing ovation. What a 100.
He gunned down the track. The fielder could only do a dancing jump. What a moment. The entire ground is on its feet. This has been a magical knock. Yes, you deserve to celebrate. What a way for Valley Boys to announce themselves. Danish Hafiz making a difference tonight.
Absolutely incredible scenes. And that's a no ball. It's been hooked away, crashing into the boundary hoardings. Danish Hafiz has demolished Dubai Gymkhana tonight. Absolutely stunning innings. One of the greatest we've ever seen at the ICC Academy.
Well, that shot was for us. For that commentary box, it came right to us. One hit away. Will this be the final delivery? Free hit and didn't time it.
Well, we have to calm ourselves in the comm box. I will step out. It will be Abid Ibrahim and Abdur Rahman putting the final rights of this match.
Well, Abdur Rahman streaming in the comm box, couldn't hold himself back.
I'm shell-shocked. I am shell-shocked. And I can tell you why. This has been a win for the ages. Valley Boys take a bow. Danish Hafiz, unbelievable hitting in the last 8 overs or so.
You give him one chance and he shows what he's capable of. Scoring a second 100 of his SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summers Cup 2022 powered by Fan Code. What a knock this has been. Truly a match to watch.
Well, the Valley Boys chase powered by Danish Hafiz, 107 of 34 deliveries. We'll have to have a look at the record books. He's probably made a name for himself there. 185 chased down in 15 overs, Abid Ibrahim. At one stage, we thought they wouldn't even reach 150, let alone 185.
Well, the knock he played tonight, any score would have been chased down. Look at that. 220 is up to the order. And then there have been a single man showing his class and chasing down the mammoth total in just 14.5 and making 100 in just 34 deliveries. That's the fastest I think I have seen.
Absolutely, Wajid scored the 100 in the first game, but I think he's been overtaken by Danish Hafiz. 22 and 23 for Mohsin Mattu and Mahfouz respectively. Musa Benazir played really well for his 17, helped Danish along. Just the 9 extras. So this run chase all on the shoulders of the wicket-keeper, who walked in at number 3 and changed the complexion of the match. 107 of only 34. Let's have a look at the bowling card then.
Well, nothing impressive. Only Tashfeen Yassin bowled 2 overs, given 5 runs only. That includes a maiden, but still he was never introduced again. I think there was been serious problem with the bowling change in for Dubai Gymkhana. They relied a lot on Jeevan Gangadharan, but that 1 over spoiled his figure. Look at Bilal Azmat going for 26. That has changed the dimension of the game.
Well, I have to question Mohammad Adnan Kaisar bowling 3 overs, 56 runs conceded at an economy rate of 19 and a half. Mohammad Hassan, we were banking on his skills to maybe help Dubai Gymkhana. He went for 19. And as you said, Tashfeen conceding 10 runs in his 2 overs, never came to bowl again. Look at those partnership, 37 for the opening stand, 67 when the second wicket fell. And then after that, it was a Danish show, 150. And by that time, the game was done and dusted.
Well, he scored most of the runs, undoubtedly. That's a match summary for you. Well, we'll be only talking about one knock of 107, which passed, I think, from the on the ground of Kenya when Shahid Khan Afridi struck that 100, the famous 100. That record has been beaten here.
Well, I think the international record is with a certain Corey Anderson. 28 deliveries, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to go back to the scorer and the record books. Jeevan Gangadharan played a good knock, 80 not out for Dubai Gymkhana. When they mustered 182 for 7 at that stage. Looked like a very good score. Khalid Ibrahim, the pick of the bowlers, 3 wickets for him. Then after that, well, for the Valley Boys, 107 out of 185 for Danish Hafiz. And nothing to write home about from the bowling. Valley Boys winning the game with 7 wickets in hand. Let's have a quick look at the highlights. And the highlights belong to one man, Mohsin Mattu. And Mahfouz started off slowly but surely, hitting a couple of sixes and boundaries in the power play. Mahfouz took 12 deliveries to get off the mark, and then finally was run out. Very good decision by the leg umpire. Mohsin Mattu with that reverse tonk for 6.
Well, the entire game has turned out to be a highlight there. It was a clearly one-man show, and they're still celebrating the victory. What a knock this has been. And that was the run out of Musa Benazir. Mohsin, pardon me. First run out. And then those sweep shots to get settled. Spark, that was a chance which was gone for 4. After that, he was unstoppable. He stonged it, towered it. He's shown the power of his willow. He's placed it all over the ground. A clean hitting.
Well, that's $1 million willow, I can tell you that. That bat, a lot of players are going to have their eyes on it. That was the run out of Musa Benazir.
Well, that willow was MRF, certainly I was talking about, which was being used by Brian Lara, Sachin Tendulkar, Steve O, and Virat Kohli.
Well, they would be very proud of this knot, that's for sure. MRF, sign him up, sign him up. Danish Hafiz, what a knock, what a century, what a champion player. One opportunity and he made it count. Well, there you have it. We're still trying to catch our bet tomorrow. Now, beg your pardon, Monday, Dubai Gymkhana will be back against the Pindi Boyz defenders at 8 o'clock for the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022. We will have a break tomorrow and we all know why that is. In the meantime, we will be going down to Ahmed Khwaja, who's with the match referee, and I'm sure there are no doubts who the man of the match is going to be. That's us from the comm box. A very good evening to all our viewers.
Test. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome everyone to the post-match presentation of the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022 powered by FanCode. Before we begin, firstly, we would like to thank the ICC Academy and all the administration involved behind the scenes for its support in hosting this level of a tournament. We would also like to thank our sponsors, our title sponsor SkyExchange.net, our official streaming partner FanCode, and our event partner TCM. In the 8th match of the tournament, Valley Boys has defeated Dubai Gymkhana by 7 wickets. Commencing ahead, we will now be announcing the name of the player of the match. The award will be presented by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee. And the player of the match award goes to only one man, Danish Hafiz, for his innings of 107 not out of just 34 deliveries. A stunning effort in a big run chase. And it's got Valley Boys the valuable 2 points as they move up the group. Danish, 183 at the halfway stage. Did you feel that it would be a comfortable chase or you'd really have to battle for it?
No, it was always a battle. We had to pull our socks up. Last game we lost very cheaply, so I thought to myself we need to raise our game, and that's what we did.
Well, you only had 1 run in the previous game, and speaking of raising your game, 107 not out. What were the pitch conditions like when you and Musa Benazir were out there?
It was fine. It's batting wicket. We have seen few games. It's the 180 score is a chaseable target. Yeah, it was easy today. I went good, so that's it.
Well, you did.